In today's video, I want to talk about a perk inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies that has really become probably one of the best options for you to use if you're just playing the game for fun or going for high rounds, which is something I just want to point out real quick. If you're going for camos, this is not going to be it until you're in the later phases, which I personally am on my Opal grind, and this is where I truly found out this perk's absolute insanity and just really cool use. Now, the perk that I'm talking about, just to get out of the way, is Elemental Pop, and I'm going to be combining so many different augments and showing the true capabilities of the augment uses inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies that I was really waiting to be able to do, because I've reviewed Elemental Pop already and I've reviewed most of the ammo mods, but today I just want to show you why this perk is the best, obviously apart from your absolute essentials like Jug, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, Stamina, PhD, yada yada. This one has really become something else inside of this game. Before we fully get into it though, if you're brand new here, be sure to subscribe. We're super close to hitting 48,000 subscribers and we're in the goal to hitting 50,000. So if you want to join that journey, definitely be sure to subscribe, as that does really help out. And also a like would be very much appreciated, as that does help out the channel. Without further ado, let's jump right into Elemental Pop's augments. And I'm just going to be simply recommending to you 2 augments to use on every single thing. This includes Elemental Pop and all of the ammo mods. So I'm going to go over these first and then go over how this is really good, especially in like high rounds on Black Ops 6 Zombies. So for major augments inside of Elemental Pop, I recommend for you to put Imperial Peach. The reason for this is because enemies that hit you have a chance to trigger a random ammo mod. This one actually became so much useful after actually giving it a really good attempt and became one that makes this perk even better in my opinion. And for the minor augments, Vulnerability, slightly increase enemy elemental weakness, or if you want, you could also just change that to Chillberry, slightly reduce all ammo mod cooldowns. Those are definitely your best minor augments. Hopping over to our first major augment of Brain Rot, I recommend for you to put Pheromone on. To quickly explain each one of these ammo mods, I will recommend for you to put on like the one that actually does something super unique, and this one specifically is described as the charmed enemy distracts nearby normal and special enemies for a short amount of time. And for the minor augment, I do recommend for you to use honestly any one that you want, but personally I like to use Explosive. Charmed enemies explode at the end of Brain Rot duration, dealing toxic damage. This one's actually surprisingly very useful. Moving on to Cryo Freeze, for major augments I recommend for you to use Ice Cloud. Enemies that are killed while frozen may leave a cloud that slows enemies. This one is actually incredibly useful. And Cryo Freeze is an ammo mod that a lot of, I think, people sleep on, at least I did. So if whenever this one specifically activates from Elemental Pop, it's like a nice little reward. Or also for major augments, I would maybe recommend for you to use Frozen Stiff. Enemies are frozen in place. This one's just good because you'll then have a chance to actually load in your bullets if there's like a mangler or something. And for minor augments, personally I would, again, anyone that you want, but I personally use Freezer Burn, slightly increased damage to frozen enemies. For Deadwire, it's Lightning Strike. This one is just insanely cool. I've already covered it as well in a video and it's just so much fun to use. A bolt of lightning strikes from above, stunning all normal and special enemies in the area. And as for minor augments, as per usual, whichever one that you want, but I like to use High Voltage. Deadwire deals slightly more damage. On to Napalm Burst. The one that I like to use in major augments is Firebomb. Burned enemies explode on death, spreading the fire to nearby enemies. And then in minor augments, again, any single one that you want, but I personally like to use Incendiary. Each damage take has a small chance to spread to a nearby enemy. And now moving on to our last ammo mod, Shadow Rift. This one is actually very different because I'd recommend for you to use Big Game. The reason for this is because this can insta-kill abominations or the amalgams inside of the game. As of right now, it could change with season 1. I will definitely make an updated video if that does end up happening. So Big Game for major augments, and again, minor augments, anyone that you want. I like to use Supermassive. The Singularity's lethal radius is increased and can kill more enemies. This one's actually really helpful in certain situations. All of those augments out of the way, we can talk about how, in my opinion, this is really good. If you don't know, whenever you put on Elemental Pop, which if you are looking for it on Liberty Falls by any chance, you can only get it from round 25 out of the actual Wonder Fizz. On Terminus Island, you can get it whenever you want. It's located on the map itself. And whenever you use this, all of the augments that are recommended for you to put on your ammo mods actually do activate whenever you use Elemental Pop. Now, to make it even better, you could equip any one of these ammo mods onto your actual weapon, which currently I like to use Napalm Burst. But if you're just trying to go for a high round, trying to do well in zombies, just to play it to do well, Shadow Rift, in my opinion, as of right now, should be the ammo mod that you equip on your gun by default, because whenever those damn abominations spawn in, you can insta-kill them. It is a very random chance that not only does Elemental Pop reactivate or activate, but also the ammo mods themselves will be activated activating at a completely random chance. So when you shoot a bullet, you could activate Deadwire, but then after a while, like a bunch more bullets, you could only then activate Shadow Rift, and it's not on a 100% chance that you'll activate it on an Abomination. The reason I told you to equip all of these augments onto your ammo mods is because you have that small chance of not only getting hit, but shooting your gun and activating any of them, and it really does make a world of a difference, and I personally am having so much fun with it. So that's why I wanted to make this video. I know most of this video was just like, hey, use this augment, but that's honestly what these videos are. It's just me personally hopping into a game, or you yourself, and just testing these out, and I recommend them, and a lot of you also recommend different ones in the comments, which I do really appreciate, because I think that's the really cool thing that Treyarch introduced inside of this game, was the possibility of changing up these strategies inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. Nothing like Cold War where we had, you know, the ability to have all of them active at the exact same time. And this is just kind of like, ooh, but I want this to do this specific thing. I don't really care about the other one, because the other one could be screwing me over, specifically with some of the ammo mods. Some of them have things that I personally wouldn't want to activate, and I do really appreciate that they have that ability of like, no, I want this ammo mod on Elemental Pop to only teleport the Abomination to the sky and kill it. So if you've watched this far into the video, thank you so freaking much. You're absolutely incredible. We're on the goal to hitting 50k again subscribers. If you enjoyed this video so far, consider subscribing. I'm uploading Black Ops 6 content daily, and most of it right now is just augment related. You know, again, augments are so freaking cool. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to drop a like at the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.